Good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. It is June 15th, 2021, and today the topic is our heritage. Shout out to the person that's watching me live, was not expecting not nobody to be on here watching me, so good morning to you. Yeah, y'all. Well, good morning. It is, what is today? Tuesday. And, yeah, man, I had quite the day yesterday. There was a lot of things going on. I shared with you all that I was going to be doing this summer camp. That went pretty well, not too bad. We'll see how it goes today, but, yesterday was pretty good. After that, I filmed another episode of God, Sex, and Love, the talk show. So, man, you know what? To be honest, I am up to scheduling episodes for August. So, that's how many episodes that I've done thus far. But, again, by the grace of God, trying to keep them going and everything like that. So, yeah, that's something else that happened yesterday. And then after that, I took a little time to unwind and everything like that. I have a couple of announcements and things. So let me just go ahead and shout that out real quick. As you all may know, those of you that follow me on social media, good morning from Colorado. Wow. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you. So like I was saying, I have a couple of announcements and everything like that. And so one of them is that if you follow me on social media, then you may know that I'm going to be on Worldly Church Girl tonight. We're going live with Miss Lillian Harshaw. So yeah, I'm going to be on her show tonight. So be on the lookout for that. You should see a flyer or something like that posted. At least on Facebook, and in regards to Instagram and stuff like that, maybe I'll post that stuff up today. But yeah, so that's one thing happening tonight. And then I woke up this morning to the news that my new journal is now live on Amazon. So, another exciting thing just happened, For those of you that may or may not know, I have created a wine tasting journal. It is inspired by my business. I have a wine business, miracleofwine.com. And I created a wine tasting journal for fellow wine amateurs like myself. So that just went live on Amazon maybe it went live last night because I saw it this morning. And so, yeah, that's some exciting news that happened. However, let's get into the juice, y'all. Let's get into the juice because I know this might be the pulp today. I mean, this might be some stuff you don't want to hear. I don't know. But here we go. So basically, when I woke up this morning, I did my full routine eventually because, again, you know how that goes. With all this exciting stuff going on, I was doing, a lot of things this morning when I woke up. So when I finally got into my routine, I did the entire routine, did my prayer meditation. At some point during my prayer and meditation, my stomach area started to feel warm. Now, I don't believe that means anything for me, you know what I'm saying, in regards to, any womanly things for me, without TMI, I just say, I guess I could rule that out for myself. However, it did get me thinking about wombs. So after my prayer meditation, I started to look up Bible centered around wombs. Now, the interesting thing is I came across this verse that I'm thinking I'm probably going to be the first verse I'll share with you. But it said the word heritage. And I found it to be interesting, so I ended up looking up the definition. So check this out. And shout out to the second person that's watching me live. So, let me see. So when I looked up the definition of heritage, it says property that is or may be inherited in a lifetime. In inheritance or an inheritance. And then it says a special or individual possession allotted portion. Then a third definition, which is the one that I'm more familiar with, it says a person's unique inherited sense of family identity, the values, traditions, culture, and artifacts handed down by previous generations. So now so the verse that I came across this morning, it says, it's Psalms 127:3. It says, behold, children are a heritage from the Lord, the fruit of the womb a reward. But then the definition says it's talking about the past. Now, I don't know about you all, but this is just another example to me of things that the Bible says, and then the world, we view it completely the opposite. Now, y'all tell me if I'm wrong. Those of you guys that's watching me live, let me know if I'm getting this wrong here. But does it not seem like that this definition is getting us to focus on the past, the definition of heritage, right? But then the Bible is saying that children are a heritage, which means the future. Now, I don't know. Now, maybe I'm thinking too deep. I don't know. But this is what came to my mind this morning as I was doing my Bible study situation. So, I don't know. It got me to thinking because at some point yesterday, I did come across these staggering statistics. Now, I know this might be pulp. Y'all might not want to hear it, but it was crazy to me. So I'm about to share it to you, because I don't know if it's going to be crazy to you. But, now I'm sure you all may be familiar with Roe v. Wade. Now, I know y'all, here you go, Christian talking about nah, but check this out, though. Check this out. What I heard yesterday, and actually, I have, I guess, a more updated number than what I heard yesterday. According to this article I came across this morning when I re-looked it up, because I wanted to give you guys accurate information. I saw an article that says, and this was in, actually on my mom's birthday this year, so January the 22nd, 2021. It says over 62 million abortions has been done since Roe v. Wade was passed. Now, I don't know how y'all received that. I don't know what y'all think of that. Maybe somebody, maybe people don't think nothing of it. However, I don't know. I guess I just started to think about these things when I thought about, when this verse came to me and this whole idea of heritage. And the fact that 62 million people since Roe v. Wade, I don't know. It just got me really, really thinking about like life and death and all these things. So, now y'all may be familiar with this verse right here. I'm going to share it anyway. It's Exodus 20:13. It says, "You shall not murder." So I looked up the definition of murder just to make sure I knew what it meant. Because I'm familiar with it, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe I'm missing something here. So the interesting thing is, murder says the unlawful, premeditated killing of one human by another. So then it got me thinking, then what does lawful mean? Because what is considered to be lawful, right? So I looked up lawful. I know y'all she did a lot of definitions this morning. But hey, here's what it says. It says, conforming to, permitted by, or recognized by law or rules. And then, I ended up just looking up the definition of kill just to make sure. And it says, cause the death of a person, animal, or another living thing. Put an end to or cause the failure or defeat of something. I don't think it takes much to. I think if anybody observes the way things are going on these days, it don't seem like we value life, right? We don't even acknowledge life, and then sometimes, we acknowledge it like at the end of the situation versus the beginning, or we're looking at our heritage as the past rather than what the Bible says, which is the future. So, I don't know. These are just things that came to my mind this morning as I was doing this whole situation. It's deep. It's deep. Each individual case, I'm sure, is unique and whatnot. But I mean, these numbers are crazy. That's those numbers, 62 million. I don't know what y'all think of that, but I mean, I don't know. See, I shared with you all my testimony, right? I shared with you guys about, like, you know, what happened with my grandmother and how my father was conceived, and then what happened with my father, and then how I was conceived. So, you know, and all of those situations could have been situations where the mother, or like my grandmother, or even my mother, could have considered to be like, you know what, hey, this is too hard for me. I am not capable of doing this. And then I guess we wouldn't have been having this conversation right now, right? You all wouldn't be listening to the sound of my voice right now. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just something to think about, you all. I feel like, personally, that, you know, we all should value life just a little bit more. Maybe, if we start to think about it as our heritage, right? As our, you know, our future, as our, something to, well, I mean, now, there's a Bible verse that I believe it's going to be in the Go Deeper section. But actually, you know what? It's an extension of the verse that I shared with you all earlier. It's an extension of Exodus. The next verse is after that starts to talk about how, like, children are like a quiver in the or arrow or something like that. Y'all gotta look it up. Y'all gotta read the rest of it yourselves. But it starts to talk about, like, how children are an arrow for I want to say it says, like, the father in particular, but it's just one of those things. It's like we're not really thinking about that. You know, our children are our lifeline. You hear the children are our future, right? Y'all hear that? I mean, but some people don't really think about that. Shout out to the third person that's watching me live and everything like that. I don't know how you all feel about all of this information, but I mean, I don't know. It's just something to think about today. Now, John 10:10 says here, let me see. The thief cometh not but for to steal and kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life, and that they might have it more abundantly. I mean, I know I've talked about before, like, you know, this whole thing of, like, well, which side are you on, friends? You know, life or death, you know, good or evil, you know. I mean, it really just, me personally, again, I feel as if, again, based on Bible, that it all boils down to that at the end of the day. It boils down to good or evil. It boils down to life or death. And, so one comes for, you know, to steal, kill, and destroy. The other comes to bring life and life more abundantly. So, I mean, I think it's clear which of those scenarios is which. You know, so, I don't know why God brought this to my mind this morning. You know what I'm saying? You know, I am a mother now. You know, I have a 2-year-old. I look at him every day growing, and it was a beautiful experience for me to become a mom. You know, I mean, I understand that might not be true for everybody. I guess I just feel like these are things that we should think about before we, you know. Well, the first thing that just came to my mind is to get into situations. But, I mean, you know, I don't know a better way to say it right now at 5-something in the morning. So my apologies for that. But, yeah, I mean, I guess because, again, I've shared with you all my testimony, those of y'all that listen to me frequently. But basically, you know, I held on to my virginity for a long time. Now, I'm not perfect now. I'm not at all. You know, however, you know, for the longest time I did, because I just knew that there were so many consequences that I did not need in my life, you know. And even when we did conceive, me and my husband, not to say I can't say that, like, I wasn't ready. I think I would just say, like, I had a lot of things in my mind, and because maybe the way I was raised and the way I witnessed, you know, different people handle becoming a mom and things like that, I just wanted to make sure I had certain things in place and everything like that. However, what I've learned now that I've become a mom, what I've learned is that I don't know if anybody else has this experience, but what I witnessed growing up is that people giving the impression that, okay, when you have a child, you have to change your whole life, or that you have to go get a different job, or you can't go for your goals and dreams and things like that. However, I want to say, well, one, I think it takes the support, right? It takes the support of your village to encourage you and inspire you at that time in your life. Because what happened with me is when my husband and I did conceive, I was starting to think like, okay, I'm an actor, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here, like, what am I going to do? Do I need to, get a completely different job? Like, what do I need to do? X, Y, and Z. And so I guess by communicating with my husband, talking to my mentors, things like that, they helped me to see that, hey, you can continue to do the things you do. It's just the child will be incorporated into the things you do. And I see that even much more now because, he's here. and since he's been here, one, it's inspired me to go harder for my goals and dreams. So that's one thing. And also because I have that support of my husband and my village. As well as like, because I know at the end of the day, as I go for my goals and dreams, that one, he's seeing me go for my goals and dreams, and then two, that the more I do for myself, because I my goals and dreams are more entrepreneurial, as you all can see, and so so at the end of the day, if I'm doing my own things, I don't have to worry about like the concept of getting fired and just all these other things, right? So, I mean, it's all about perspective, right? It's all about perspective. And so perhaps, again, I don't know what resonated with you all this morning. I believe there's another person watching me live now. So obviously this must be resonating with you all somehow. All I'm going to say is that at the end of the day, I believe that God values life. I believe that we should value life a little bit more. And I think that starts with the change of our hearts and minds, change of our perspectives, and a change of, not just say definitions, but yeah, I mean, looking at this whole idea a little bit differently. Instead of considering just, the heritage it's all focused on the past. Hey, perhaps if we think about that the heritage is our future, then perhaps we'll value life a little bit more. That's the juice this morning. Now, the Bible verse of today is Joshua 1:8, and it says, "This book of the law shalt not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate here in day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein, for then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow with the Lord's will. Bye-bye. If you like what you hear, then consider supporting our podcast. Every listener that supports us for $9.99 a month will be entered into our monthly raffle for a chance to win a free gift. So become a supporter today.